Hello students, it's me your Miss Malini here. In today's lesson, we are going to learn on adjectives. I am pretty sure all of you guys have come across this word since young, adjectives. But in this class, we are going to learn about specific type of adjectives which are comparative and superlative adjectives. Are you guys excited? I am pretty sure you are. So yeah, let's get started. But then before we jump into our lesson today, I would like to congratulate all of my students here who managed to answer the quiz I shared a week ago in your WhatsApp group. Congratulations! Okay, and for Ayman, Aisha and Amanda, who managed to score very well and become top 3 among your classmates, you can redeem your gifts later. Okay, let's get started. I have shared a question with you guys in quizzes, which is monkeys are dash but ants are dash. Unfortunately, almost all of you guys answered this question wrong. So yeah, today I want to explain about this very well before we jump into our lesson. Okay, monkeys. As you guys know, monkeys are not to say very huge or very small. They can consider as a moderate animal, or maybe their size is just like this, somewhere around that. But ants are very small. They are very tiny. So in this sentence, they say monkeys are dash, ants are dash, which means monkeys are small, but ants are smaller. So the correct answer is monkeys are small, but ants are smaller. Okay, and then there's another question which most of you guys have answered wrong, which my history class is dash than English. The answers given were my history class is more boring, bored, and borer. To be honest, there is no such word as borer in English. The correct word over there is more boring. The correct sentence would be my history class is more boring than English. Alright, so now we are going to look into a video over here. Okay, now make sure you look and analyze the video very well, as I'll be asking questions based on that.
You're faster than me at juggling.
Yes, I'm faster than you. And I'm better than you at tricks.
Yes, but I'm more surprising than you.
Fast. Faster. Small. Smaller. Big. Bigger. High. Higher. Big. Bigger. Safe. Safer. Noisy. Noisier. Exciting. More exciting. Dangerous. More dangerous. Good. Better. bad. Worse.
Good afternoon, teacher. From my point of view, I think comparative adjectives are used to compare one with another. Like, I want to compare my classmates in the aspect of height, like who is tall, who is taller, and who is tallest. That's all from me. Thank you. Hello, teacher. From my point of view, I think comparative adjectives are used to compare two things, like only two things, or only two things. Am I correct, teacher? Wow, I'm really amazed with you guys. You guys always cooperating for me so that this lesson is like going on in a very smooth manner. Okay, let's look into comparative adjectives. Comparative, as what you guys said just now, comparative adjectives are used to compare two items, and the aspect that they are comparing can be anything. It can be on height, weight, size, and anything. And how do we actually compare it? What are the examples? Okay, I'll teach to you right now. Okay, for an example, Alif is shorter than Ayman. Okay, Alif over here is the subject and he's a noun. Okay, Alif is the verb. Alif is shorter. Shorter is the comparative adjective as it compares the height of Alif and Shafiq. Okay, Alif is shorter than Shafiq. Shafiq is the object. Okay, and remember, Shafiq is also a noun. Do you guys remember on our very first lesson, I taught you guys on subject, verb, object, the sentence structure. Remember, subject should come first, followed by verb and then object. The subject over here is Alif, verb is, and then the object is Shafiq. Okay, are you guys clear? Alright, now I'll give you another two more examples so that I can emphasize on your understanding on this lesson. Okay, in this second example, we are going to talk about size. This box is bigger than that box. This box over here is the subject. It is actually the noun, okay? Is the verb. This box is bigger. Bigger is the comparative adjective used to compare the size. This box is bigger than that box which is the object, okay? And okay, a very last example before we move on to the next topic. Okay, what would be like very interesting example I could give you? Let me think. Okay, let's talk about who is smart over here. I know all my students are smart, but yeah, for an example, let me take Amanda. Okay, since I don't want to compare Amanda to other students of mine, I want to compare her with myself. Okay, let's say Amanda is smarter than Lini. Okay, Amanda over here is the subject and is the verb. Amanda is smarter. Smarter is the comparative adjective, and then Amanda is smarter than Lini. Lini is the object. Remember, subject, verb, object. Alright, I believe we are good to go, and remember to do your practices that I will give at the end of the lesson. So yeah, okay, I really hope you guys have a good understanding on these comparative adjectives. Okay, the keywords that I want to highlight is it compares two items. Okay, subject, verb, object. When subject, verb, object is the order that you have to follow when you want to construct a sentence. Alright guys, have a nice day. Now I want to pass this session to Miss Laila, our very beautiful Miss Laila, so that she can give you some insights on superlative adjectives. Alright, see you guys. Bye.
Now that all of you have learned about comparative adjectives, let's move on to superlative adjectives. What are superlative adjectives? Does anyone know? Well, the clue comes from the word super. Can you guess? Okay, I'm going to give you a few examples and then you figure out what the superlative means, okay? So, here are some words that show superlatives. The first word is the word tallest. As for example, Amanda is the tallest girl in this class. The second word is the word strongest. Now, who is the strongest student in this class? We'll figure out later, okay? And the third word is the word prettiest. I think all of us are pretty, right? And the fourth word is the most brilliant. So most here is referring to super. It is the highest level of brilliant, okay? And the last example is the most dangerous. It shows that the highest degree of dangerous. That's why the word is most. So, based on the examples given just now, superlative is used to describe the highest degree of quality, or you use superlative when you're comparing more than two things. For example, the word tallest mountain or the word highest mountain. And also another example is the shortest man in the world. So who is the shortest man in the world? Does anyone know? So his name is Chandra Bahadur Dangi, if I'm not mistaken, and he is 21.5 inch tall. Isn't it amazing? Okay, now let's see the superlative form. Okay, take a look at the first box, the biggest. So the root word is big, and then because it is the highest level or degree, then you add est. But in this case, you have double G. Okay, I'll explain later why the spelling with double G. So the biggest, and the second example is the smallest. Okay, and then the smallest. For example, Aisha has the smallest bag in this class. And we have the fastest, the slowest, the weakest, and the shortest. Now let's go to the second box. This is used in case the word ending in Y. For example, now we have the heaviest. What is the root word for heaviest? I think everyone knows the root word for heaviest is heavy. And the root word for happiest is happy. Funniest is funny. Prettiest is pretty. The easiest is easy. So all these words end with Y. Therefore, we change I. We drop Y and then we add I. And we add est. Okay? And the third box is the most. What is the most? Like I said earlier, most means super, right? So we have here the most intelligent, the most difficult, the most expensive, the most popular, the most interesting. So for comparative, you have more, and for superlative, you have most, okay? So it shows the highest degree of something. Now, to give you a clearer picture, you can try this exercise. The instruction is give the superlative form for these following words. So the first word is large, famous, hot, young, cheap, elegant, and deep. Okay, I ask for the answer after this. Have everyone completed the exercise? If yes, let's discuss the answer, okay? So, number 1, large. What is the superlative form of the word large? Largest. Okay, so you add est, and because large has e, so you just add st. You don't need to put double e there. Number 2, famous. Have you ever heard of the word famous? No, right? So the answer is the most famous. And number 3 is hot becomes hottest. Yes, And number 4, young, youngest. Alright? Okay, next word is cheap. Cheapest. Cheap becomes cheapest. And then next word is elegant. Right? Elegant. So the answer is the most elegant. Okay. And the last word is the word deep. Deepest. Okay. So the answer is deepest. Okay. So I think everyone gets all correct answer. Okay, yes, because it's easy, right? Now I will ask Sarah. Sarah, who is the most friendly person in your family?
Good afternoon, teacher. I think the most friendly in my house is my father, as he has a lot of friends and he loves to socialize with others. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing your answer. Yes. So you could say the most friendly person in my family is blah blah blah. Okay. Or also you could say the friendlier person in my family is blah blah blah. Okay, so it works for both. Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, teacher. I think the most tallest in this class is John because he seems to be taller compared to my other classmates like me, Aisha, Amanda, and others. Thank you.
Alright, before we end our class today, let's recall back what we have learned. So we learned about comparative. What is comparatives? Comparatives is when you compare between two things or person or places, right? For example, small becomes smaller, okay? And you can also use more than. For example, she is more brilliant than me, okay? How about superlatives? Well, superlatives, again, when you're comparing more than two things, more than two things, right? And the word super means the highest degree or level of something, okay? For example, we have earlier the highest mountain in the world, okay? And then you use the most with superlatives. The most brilliant, the most popular, the most expensive car, house in the world, in this area, in this school, okay? So I hope that all of you get a clear picture of comparative and superlative adjectives, okay? And don't forget to do your homework, okay? I'll see you in the next class, okay? Bye-bye.